Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Friday, August 1st, 2025. I hope you're having a great day. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 19 years now, and I've been doing this full time since 2018. And it's my true passion to help other people generate mailbox money using social media and direct mail marketing. So with that being said, I thought that I would do a video and talk to you about my 2-hour routine that I do. My 2-hour mailbox money routine, okay? And really, it doesn't even take me 2 hours, but, you know, just depending on the day or whatnot, and depending on how much I do, I would say on average, it probably takes me 2 hours, but most days less than that, because I've been doing this for so long now. And the reason I'm doing this video is because most people think that I spend every waking hour doing marketing work, and it's actually just the opposite. All right, I do very little marketing work now, even though it's my true passion and I eat, sleep, and breathe it. I do other things. Okay, my wife and I own a soap company, a 41-year-old soap company. I like to paint. All right, you see my hat, Russ Art. I'm into painting. I'm into reading books. I'm into watching documentaries. You know, spending time outside, hiking. So there's all kinds of things that I do, and my mailbox money allows me to do these things full time, okay? The soap shop, you know, we've been doing that a long time now, and we have that down to a science, and we only spend a few hours at the soap shop. And, you know, with all that being said, I really don't spend too much time every day doing my direct mail business. So what I do is, in the morning, I will wake up, okay, do my morning routine, have my coffee, and I will print out the amount of envelopes or the amount of pieces I need to go into my envelope. So say, for example, I'm doing 50 pieces of mail today. I would have all of my stuff printing while I stamp all my envelopes, put all my peel and stick address labels on my envelopes, put my leads on my envelopes, put the stamps on the envelopes. So while I'm doing the envelopes up, I'm printing my letters that go into the envelopes, and I have my postcards ready that go into the envelopes. And so that's kind of, I'm doing two things at one time there. Then once everything is done, I fold up everything, put them in the envelope, seal them, and they're ready to go, okay? And I can do 50 envelopes now it doesn't take me any time, you know, it doesn't take me any time at all. Less than an hour to do everything. Way less than an hour. So that is the first thing that I do. I always get whatever I'm mailing out for the day done in the morning, okay? And actually this morning I had 2 sales come in already, 2 packages going out for my Become a Direct Sale Expert, a direct mail expert packages. So I put these 2 things together this morning while I was drinking my coffee, while I was catching up, you know, with my emails and everything like that. After I'm done doing that, I follow up with anybody who has reached out to me, okay? I get a lot of messages every day, people asking me questions about different programs, or some of the people who are already a part of one of my opportunities, they might reach out with a question. So I always make sure that I get back to everybody, okay? And, you know, that can take me, you know, a couple minutes to, you know, a half hour maybe. After I do that, and then of course, if I have anybody join my program, I always make sure that I reach out to them and send them my welcome email for whatever program that it is that they join. And it's all pretty standard. You know, they get a welcome email to whatever opportunity. I have my resource page in there. I have my letter template, and I'll go ahead and I'll send those out to anybody who joined me during the overnight, okay? After I do that, I will create some kind of content for Facebook and YouTube. Now, I only use Facebook and YouTube. I do have Instagram and Twitter or X and LinkedIn. And I think that my Facebook, if I post on Facebook, it gets reposted over to my Instagram. I'm not really sure. I really don't use Instagram too much. I just focus on Facebook and YouTube simply because they're the second and third most visited websites in the world after Google. All right, so you have all the leads over there that you could ever want. And not only are you hitting up the number 1 social media platform, but you're hitting up the number 2 or the number 1 video platform in the world. All right, everybody's over on YouTube. Billions and billions of people are active users on both Facebook and YouTube every single month. So that's the reason that I do it. I know there's other platforms out there people make good money with. I just never got into TikTok or Snapchat or any of those things. I just try to keep it simple and duplicatable so that anybody who joins me, can do that without having to create 100 different social media channels. Am I leaving money on the table? Perhaps. At this point where I am in my marketing career, if you want to call it, I'm not too worried about it. I just try to keep things as simple as possible for not only myself, but people who join me, especially people who have never done any type of work from home opportunities before. I like to keep it simple, and opening up a YouTube channel and a Facebook account is pretty simple. Most everybody has, one of the two or both, right? So I'll create a piece of content, usually just a post. It could be, a quote. It could be, a picture of one of our animals. It could be something I'm doing with my wife or our kids, or it could be a book that I'm reading. Whatever it is, I try to do a piece of content on both Facebook and YouTube, okay? And that's pretty much what I do in the morning time. And then I will get into my truck when I head over to the soap shop, like I'm doing right now, and I'll try to make a value video. Okay, a truck talk video is what I call them, but it's a value video. I try to provide value. I try to share stuff that I've learned over the years, and something that'll just provide value to the viewer, okay? And hopefully my videos do that. I've been getting a lot of comments lately that, people have been finding my videos helpful, and it means a lot to me, and I appreciate that, and I'm happy to hear that, these videos are, people are finding them, helpful. So that is what I do for my morning routine. And then I'm at the soap shop for a little bit, depending on the day. Sometimes an hour, sometimes 3 or 4 hours. But I'm always at the soap shop. I come and check in and make sure everything is running smoothly. I'll pack up orders and ship those out. And I spend a little time here. And then after we're done at the soap shop, Tina and I will go on a walk or, run errands, do whatever we have to do. And then in the evening time, not always, but a lot of most days, I try to do a live video on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so it's a video where I'll talk about one of my programs that I'm involved with, or share some income proof. I don't share all my income proof, but once in a while I'll share something that comes in. And I try to do live videos. Okay, so I'm doing an uploaded video, and then I'll do a live video in the evening time. And that's really all that I do. I drive people over to my joinruss.com page, right? Joinruss.com. And that is where I have my newsletter. I have a 60-minute phone call consult. I have a 30-day momentum program. You can find all my opportunities that I'm a part of right now that I'm sharing. And, you can watch my latest YouTube video. You can connect with me on Facebook and all that. So that's pretty much what I do, and like I said, it might take me 2 hours. It really doesn't take me 2 hours anymore. But depending on what day it is, and depending on how many pieces of mail I'm mailing out, and depending if I do 1 or 2 videos, it could take me 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours on average every day, but more than likely a little bit less than that. But either way, it's still just a fraction of my day, and it just goes to show that anybody who is really willing to put in the work and show up every day and take massive action and stay consistent can do this. You can build your own mailbox money empire. Are you going to get rich overnight? No. Are you going to make money in your first month? I don't know. It might take, I've worked with people who they'll send out their first batch of postcards and they get a sale right away. I've worked with other people where it's taken them, weeks to months before they earn their first, before they make their first commission. So, there's many factors and variables that go into that. But the point of it is that the people who stay consistent every day and just do a little bit, you don't have to do a ton of work, 1 to 2 hours a day, and you stay consistent with that, over time, you can build a mailbox money empire. And I can tell you that since I've added direct mail to my marketing, I've tripled my income, okay? So it works. You just have to work it and show up every day. But, that's it. It's really about consistency. That's the secret sauce that everybody's always looking for. It's the secret formula. Show up every day, take massive action, stay consistent. You'll get results over time. I can't guarantee that you'll get results. simply because it's based on your work ethic, and most people don't have a very good work ethic. But like I mentioned, if you show up and do those things, it's almost impossible to not get results. It's almost impossible to not get results. You know, I use, I'm just mailing out my letters. I have a couple places that I share my opportunities online. I do the social media, and that's all that I do. You know, that is all that I do. I keep it super simple that anybody, whether you're, you've been involved in marketing for a long time or you're just starting out, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. But freedom grows with small daily steps, and, that is what I do. So next time you think about, you don't have the time to do this, if you have an hour or two a day, which 99% of the people in this world have an hour or two a day that they could focus on building their mailbox money empire, you can do this, okay? Give up Netflix for a little bit. Stop scrolling as much as you do. Stop doing whatever else you're doing online that you shouldn't be doing, and focus on building an empire. We don't know what AI is going to do. We don't know if people are going to lose their jobs. We don't know any of that, right? We don't know what the future is going to be. But I can tell you that two things that aren't going to go anywhere in the future. The number one thing is people are never going to stop looking for ways to make money, okay? Period. And people love the idea of working from home and being their own boss and being able to make money through direct mail and through the internet, okay? So that's never going to go away with AI or not. The second thing that's never going to go away with AI or not is direct mail. Okay, I've done videos about this. It's not going to have any negative effect on direct mail. It's not going to go anywhere. So there's plenty of opportunity for everybody. And with the small amount of people who actually do this, it's never going to become saturated, okay? Because most people never take any action. So with that being said, I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.